Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is DFG, and we are in Stationeers. I switched my Stationeers to the current beta branch, which now includes some terrain testing. For those of you who don't know, they are looking at changing the way the terrain works in Stationeers, making it more akin with something like ICARUS, where it is a designed map rather than a procedurally generated map. And they have provided 3 maps for us, so I was just going to quickly run through these just so we can see which of them are. There are issues with this, not everything works. I know that I've seen that in other videos. Things like the jetpack and whatever don't work properly yet. But these are purely here for review purposes. They're not intended to be played on just yet. And if you look, you will see that there's no save worlds. I'm literally going to the new world. All the previous worlds are gone. Now it's replaced with these 3 worlds. Now if we click on the biggest one and just click next, just go normal and start game. And overwrite that. And you see how quickly this loads. So that loaded incredibly quickly. Now there's a reason for that. The world isn't particularly big in this game, in this test. So here we go, come out, and you can see there's our pod. And we have landed on a world that is literally from there to there, just over that hill and just over that hill. Now one thing is I will point out in a minute, as I said, this is a beta. You can see the light here. That should be dark there. That, if I stand here, you can't actually see the sun. That should be shadow. But it's only rendering at the minute the edge of the shadow. So yeah, there's issues there. You can mine the terrain. Yeah, see, look at this. See, it's not quite right, all of this. They are still working on all of this. Where's the sun? No, the sun's over there now. Oh, there's obviously something there. Yeah, as you see, even though you can't see it, there's something there. But if I go over there, I'll fall off the end, just like this. Look, there's the end, see? Long way down. So, I mean, this looks a lot better. It's got rid of a lot of the blockiness of the planet. I know some people said, oh, they don't like the patchiness. But you know what? I actually think it's a little bit too smooth now. If you look at the pictures of Mars taken by the NASA rovers, there is a lot of jaggedness and, you know, rocky bits on there. This just looks a little, to me anyway. I mean, that's nice, don't get me wrong, I do like it. I prefer to what was previously, but I just think it do with small features. The land just seems very smoothed out, should we say, for want of a better word. It could do with some ridges, some cliffs, things like this, where at the minute it's just, yeah, it's just all very round and smooth. So, I mean, yeah, as I said, you can mine the land. Let me just swap these over. So if we come to this, you know, it's right click as normal, start mining. And then you get the jaggedness, like, you know, the jagged result we're all used to seeing in Stationeers once you start mining. There's a bit more texture to it, definitely. But there's still that angularity there. Now, I'm not saying that the landscape should be quite like this, but it could just do with a few more features, I think. I don't mind the way they sort of painted the landscape, you know, with the various strips and things. But again, I think some of that could be improved on. But this is a very early access, you know. They've literally done this. Look, is that just hanging in the air? Oh, no, sorry. They've literally just done this to show people, because people have been asking to see it. So you can build it. I'll show you. Jetpack on. I can't go anywhere. I can't jump or anything, so jetpack's not working. And just to show you how small this world is, it is literally over here. This is the other side of it. So we are from here to there. To over there. So that's it. So that's the smallest world. That's the 64. So let's just come out of this one. New world. Let's try this 128. I'll tell you, see, you don't mean load it so quickly. It's going to load it by the time I said it. Game very similar. Come down on the planet. This one is a little bit bigger. About 4 times the size, or it should be 4 times the size of the previous one, but the landscape is very much the same. It's all this sort of reddy browny colour, which is indicative of Mars. They are talking about replacing most of the planets, or all the planets, I guess, and again there's obviously issues with the shadow there, where you can't see the sun quite right. I mean, you can see the sun there, something going on. Look at it. Yeah, there's obviously more to this than we can see because of the way that sun's acting. I think there's, you know, there's more terrain beyond this. It's just not being rendered, and so you can actually not stop you falling through it. Yeah, I mean, why can't I see the sun now? I'm stood right on the edge, and I can't see the sun. Weird. Obviously, there's still some work to do on it. But again, you know, there's the patination on the ground. It looks okay. It's not fabulous, but it's okay. But I do think it looks better than the original Mars. I mean, if you played on Europa, you know how spiky Europa landscape is. How, you know, lots of bumps and lumps. And again, I can jump okay. But I turn my jetpack on and I can't gain any height. And turning the jetpack up, thrust up, such the size I can get the thrust. Yeah, because it's showing thrust 0. That's why, if you look over here, you know, got my jetpack on, saying thrust 0, thrust down. No, it's not doing anything. Stabilization off. Yeah, nothing's happening. So that still needs to be worked on. But yeah, okay, so that's those two. The cop-out looks a bit different as well, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the lighting effects, but it does look a bit different. That looks about the same, so does the iron. Obviously there's no lander, so you can't build anything. You don't have anything to start building with. So that still works. That still lights the terrain and it lands on the terrain. What is that? Oh, that's cobalt. See, it's quite proud of the ground. So yeah, I think it's a very good step in the right direction for Rocketwerkz. It's just, does need more. We need more. Yeah, it's just a fall into the landscape now, isn't it? Whee, gone. So that's that one. So 128 by 128 again. You know, it's a designed landscape. Right, let's try the last one. So that was more in line with the length of time it takes the game to load. And again, even if this alien world is very much a Martian looking world. There's some quite tall mountains over there. It's just quite tall mountains over there. So let's go and see, you know, let's have a run across. I like these big open plains. That's good. That'd be really good for building on this. And so I think it has the advantage you can have some really good building areas. You know, you can see quite a way on this as well, certainly with the settings I've got. It's not going to get much better than this. But let's just keep running over this way, see what we can find. There's got to be some more features. But it does, I'm really impressed with this so far. Yeah, I think it looks really good. See, now that over there, to me, that looks a bit better. That looks more like a mountain with some crags on it and things like this. I just do think it could put a few more features on the ground. And I don't mean the rocks and things, sorry, the ores and things. I mean, maybe it's rocks, you know, and different things like that. I know they've got some like chasms that you can run into and things like this, but let's just keep going this way. Yeah, that looks quite good. The distance looks really good, but it's up close, it's not quite so good. I was regenerating that there, so I'll just re-update that then. Oh yeah, so you go. Yeah, I think this is one of them. This is like almost like a crater, a meteor impact here with like a ring and a central peak. And oh yeah, if you see, it's like a highlight spot down here, which what would that be? I mean, that doesn't quite look right. That like bright line doesn't really look right to me. But again, it's work in progress. Now, how big the defined world's going to be, I heard various things: 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers, and I'm sure I've read somewhere 16 by 16. So I don't know what the final size is going to be for each world. But you think the length of time it takes to create that effectively hand paint it all, that's quite a bit of work. Obviously something like ICARUS, done by the same people, done by Rocketwerkz, there's a lot of effort going into creating a planet on that. So we've got 3 planets on there now, but it is an awful lot of work. Does that look a bit like a polar bear from here? Perfect sort of showing up ground, sort of head there, 2 legs. Anyway, wouldn't expect to see a polar bear on Mars. But the landscape is much more dramatic, certainly. I mean, this is a bit better. This is kind of more like I was thinking. You know, a bit maybe some quite sharp drops like this. Yeah, maybe there's a bit of cragginess to it. That'd be really good. We're still seeing a bit of the polygons come up through there. I don't know if they've been working with the lighting as well, because everything looks, yeah, it's copper. I think all the things look slightly different to what they do on the base game, or the current base game. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a graphical effects. There's a mirror type effect, I think it's called, something like that, where you get like a patination. Oh, look at that. Now that looks like a volcano now, doesn't it? That looks really good. So yeah, I'm well impressed with that. That was definitely worth the trip up here. Now this is the kind of things we need to be seeing on these planets. Not just boring little hills and things. We need to be seeing some of these big pictures. I think that was me sliding down the hill, that noise. So let me know what you think, guys. Do you think this is going to be an improvement, this new landscape? As I say, this is pretty much Mars at the moment, I guess. But I can certainly see it's being done on other planets. I'm just going to keep running around, see if I can run up there. That's like a caldera now, with a central caldera in the middle, or a collapsed caldera with a caldera in the middle. Sun's going down. Have I got my light on? No, not yet. Easy to see the resources, I'll say that. But there's no real lighting effects as such. No, there is a bit of ghosting at the distance. It's maybe still to do with the way it's all being rendered, that the ores seem to really pop out. Where in the base game they tend not to pop out so much. And again, that shadow doesn't quite look right. But I could work with this. I could definitely work with this. If I had my jetpack. That's all I want, my jetpack. So I can't even get up the top of this hill here, I don't think, from here. Thought I might be able to get all the way up, but I can't. And there we go. I think we're at the top. And, oh, it's another big sort of... So this is like another crater here. Okay. Oh, it's worth coming up here and having a look. Actually, have a good look across the landscape. So you've got this crater here with a mini crater in it. There's another one over there, and you can see the rings the way they've done them. And it seems to be a similar effect over there. There's another one here. What's over this side? I do think I'm kind of on the highest point here. The sun's going to go down in a minute. I'm going to lose the light. Let's keep running around, see what we can see until the sun goes. Oh, and another one. Another big feature. Is that back to where we were? That's back to where we were, I think, yeah. So, guys, what do you think? Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Let me know in the comments. And would you like to, when this is released, I'm not expecting to be released anytime soon, but would you like to, when it is fully released on the beta stream, for me to jump onto playing a game on this? It means that all my current games will probably have to go on hold or maybe abandoned. I am now going to have to go mess around to reinstall the previous versions of Steam, previous version to Stationeers on Steam, so it's not something I can quickly switch back and forth between. But I thought I'd do this to show you guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, please do hit that like and subscribe. You can find me on Twitch, you can find me on YouTube, I have a Discord channel, and I have a Patreon page. All of the links are in the description below. For now, guys, Strike Fly Gamer wishing you good night.